Mankind started investigating for life outside our planet, but never found anything like that. If we found anything related to life, we will start studying about that, and later we will try to go there for more understanding. But if we found something, what will be the results? Today we will discuss with you on the topic what would happen if we found life in Europa, one of the moon of Jupiter. Welcome back to Signature's Life, and you're watching Signature's Science. Europa is probably one of the most likely places in the solar system, besides Earth, to harbor life. Life as we know it needs three things: water, an energy source, and organic compounds. Europa may have all three. If it has an ocean, it may be deep 60 to 150 km. Underneath a thin icy shell only 15 to 25 km thick. High energy particles in Jupiter's radiation belts that bombarded the icy surface of the moon could provide energy. In addition, tidal warming, energy from the bending and flexing of the moon within Jupiter's giant gravitational field, would be another source of energy. Finally, organic compounds may be provided from the rocks themselves where they are in contact with the ocean. There is strong evidence that Europa has an under-ice ocean. The Galileo spacecraft measured that the magnetic field of Jupiter was disrupted around Europa. This may indicate that an electrically conductive fluid is beneath the surface, perhaps a salty ocean. In addition, Europa has what's called cycloids, wavy crags on its surface. These may be from tides from Europa's under-ice oceans. The Europa Clipper would have sensitive instruments to confirm whether or not there is indeed a water ocean underneath the icy crust. It may also act as a scout for a landing site for a potential future mission. Such a lander may only need to dig down a few inches to discover evidence of life rather than penetrating all the way to the under-ice ocean. If we were to discover life on Europa, it would be a game changer. Right now, while we have some understanding of how life develops and evolves, we don't know how often life begins in the first place. Understanding this would give us massive insights into biology and the understandings of our cosmic home. And having life develop in not just one but two separate locales in one solar system may indicate that life is not just out there, it's prevalent. It's clear that the discovery of life on another planet would have huge implications for the scientific world. Some scientists believe that life has hopped from the wall to wall around the solar system, about chunks of rock blasted into space by comet or asteroid impacts. Indeed, there's a school of thought that life teeming here on Earth is actually native to Mars, which likely boasted habitable conditions earlier than our own planet did. The surface of Europa is very cold and covered with ice. This ice forms a crust on the moon that is thought to be several kilometers thick. Beneath the crust, a subsurface ocean of liquid water up to 100 kilometers deep is thought to exist. Investigators believe that the ocean is rich in dissolved ions, particularly magnesium, sodium, potassium, and chlorine. Organisms on Earth live in iron-rich solutions, so there is a good chance that they live in them on Europa. Spacecraft observations determine that the surface of Europa is covered with water ice. That ice and other materials on Europa's surface are bombarded with radiation from Jupiter that could alter them into some of the chemical building blocks of life. These include free oxygen, hydrogen peroxide, carbon dioxide, and sulfur dioxide. If these compounds reach the subsurface ocean, they can be valuable nutrients to start and sustain life. The ocean water can react with the rocks and minerals of the subsurface ocean's floor to liberate other nutrients to support life. The presence of magnesium compounds on the surface of Europa suggests that water from the subsurface ocean reaches the surface through springs or vents. If this occurs, these eruptions would deliver up ions and microbes from the ocean below. So if there is life in Europa's subsurface ocean, it could be scattered about the surface of the planet where landers or rovers might find it. A mission to the surface of the Europa might easily find evidence of life, or even some of the microbes by sampling surface material. This makes Europa a very interesting target in the search for extraterrestrial life. Some researchers believe that it is a much better target than Mars.